Good evening again, another live stream, and this is a surprise sound. Actually, what I'm doing is using in Cubase, you have this little trick where you can, if you select two tracks at once, you see here, they are grayed out, then you play twice this, not twice, you play two tracks at once. And of course, we have another solution for it, because I first started with Prisma. I loaded Prisma because Prisma is great combining sounds. And I started just ahead of the live stream. I had Prisma open. Let me open it. And I use one of the presets, which is a Grease Evening Pad. It's with BLUE-3 and bit 2. I opened a little bit the attack and release from the multi-control page. Isn't that a lovely pad sound? So, ahead of that, I was playing BLUE-2, a very nice sound created by Klangwelt by Gerald, and it's called Tubey Vibes. And this sounds very spacey, a lot of reverb. And very nice. It's using the it's using a tube sample, a glass sample, and a sinus waveform, and a comp filter. And as you can hear, very nice reverb inside our synthesizers. This is the FX section of BLUE-3, and it's using the high Q reverb. We also have the other reverb, which was from the previous original Blue, but yeah, all our recent products are having the high Q reverb, by the way, which is of course makes that you don't have to spend thousands of euro to have a nice outboard reverb, but it's in your synthesizer. And that sound keeps open. In the early days with synthesizer, you often had a reverb inside of it, and it did more break down the sound quality than instead making the sound nice. So by selecting these two tracks, you see here, this one and Prisma, and what I can do is create this sound essentially fully in Prisma. So I close now BLUE-3. So what I would do first now, I go to Prisma, and this one is in the Superpass 01, and I will call this Save Preset, and then I would give it a different name so that we don't overwrite the current one. So Grease Evening, Grease Space Pad. Space Bell Pad. Yeah, I think that's a good name. Grease page, and now I can add, of course, then if we have 3 layers, I can have, of course, you see here is also reverb. I'm not sure. So I can use inside Prisma also the reverb, or here it is, the high quality reverb, which is also used in this sound. So, but still, I still can do it. Maybe I can try to use only one reverb, but I picked down BLUE-3 as an instrument. I go to the multi-control page. That's good, that's good. So then I go here to the correct bank, which is number 16, Klangwelt bank, yes. And then I need to select, of course, this preset. Let me see. Maybe it's better that I open the editor. So the editor still can be opened, and I could select it here. Klangwelt. Oh boy, I forgot the name of the sound. How typical. Okay, but let's open the other one so I can see the sound I used. It's called Cubase Vibes. Yeah. Okay, Rob. Letter T. Cubase Vibes. Here it is. So I can add it already now. Of course, when I do this in Pred. I think the pad should be a little bit softer in volume, or what I could do now, so I put everything now in one plugin. So let me shut it off. So this was the original one. Maybe the release could be a little bit shorter. Okay. And it also uses the reverb. So what I can do now to save some CPU is to say in this blue, which I added to Prisma in the FX, I can look up, this is 6, length is 139. I can write down the length, the size of the room, 6.75. And then the length is 139. Okay, damping is 15. And we have a pre-delay, let's say 59. So I shut this one down. None. So I shut down the reverb in BLUE-3 because then I save CPU if I use the reverb in Prisma, because Prisma has 4 FX, which are comparable to how a mixer works. So you have an FX send, which is in each layer. Here you see. And this FX sends can be sent into the reverb in this case, but you can have also FX2, FX3, and FX4. But if I only use this one and make this setting equal, so size, that's pretty close, a bit more, 7.5. Length, 139, so I'll make it a little bit more. So I take now the reverb setting of this preset from BLUE-3. I wrote it down, I put that in the I think the rest is pretty much good. 15%. So, and now I can go back to the layers, and here with BLUE-3, you see BLUE-3, I can do the FX sand and make, so let's close the other ones. So I need to make it similar to the original. That's not bad. Bit less. So, and now I can go back to the layers again, the multi-control layers. Essentially, I also could do it different and use here this slider and layer 3 also. So I could just slider to control all the reverbs. So layer 3, FX sand 1. I make that one also. So let's see what happens. Okay. The pad should be a bit softer. So now I have it combined. So instead of using 2 tracks, I need to save this one, of course. File, save preset. So this is a bit different menu because Prisma is a little bit different built up as a code. So grease space bell pad. Yes, I would like to override it. So what was the story? I had from the manager, I had this grease evening pad. I play this one. Let's go back to the multi-control page. Changed a little bitty. Made it a bit more spacey. And then I played the sound from BLUE-3, which was a different track. I played this tubey vibe sound from Gerhard Arendt, this Klangwelt preset from the 16 Klangwelt bank. And you see in Cubase, you have the option, if you hold Shift on your computer keyboard and select the track next to it or another one, you can play them at once. So I had done this together with the pad. But of course, we have Prisma, so why not make this as a whole Prisma preset? So that's what I did. So I took this one as a base. So I'm telling this for the ones which are a little bit later to the show. So I took this preset, saved it first with another name so that I don't overwrite this grease evening pad, which is of its own already very nice. And you see here the multi-control page is very nice to adjust some of the sound parameters. Yeah, nice pad. So that's the multi-control page in Prisma, is very cool. And if you have the Explorer 10 bundle, always install also the legacy installs, because that one installs plugins which are used in Prisma. Because Prisma is pretty old, so we already had that one when we had a Predator 2 and a Blue 2 and a Predator 2. So you will also want to use them inside your Prisma. So Prisma, you can request. It's a free plugin if you have at least one plugin. Of course, it should be an instrument then, but even if you only have BLUE-3 or only Go 2X, you already can stack inside Prisma and create some great presets. And the multi-control page here is something which I always do at the very end, and you can select a parameter from the layers, from the easy edit section. So here you can pick something, and that you can address in the multi-control page. It has 4 built-in FX, so you can shut down the FX from the plugins to save CPU, because yeah, if you stack 3 plugins, it will be more CPU intensive, of course. Not a problem on most current computers, but maybe if your computer is a little bit older, you need to keep that in mind. So the max you can stack, you see the easy edit, the max you can stack are in total 4 layers, but not always needed. You see 2 layers sometimes makes brilliant sound. So if you go to the manager, you can see there are many nice pad sounds. Even Star Trek number 3 is there. Let me play it. Let's see what it uses. It uses BLUE-2, and BLUE-2 is in the legacy installer. Cool, isn't it? But okay, let me not distract myself. I'm derailing myself because I was talking about this pad sound and the synth sound, which I now combined into this new patch. And you see here, Grease Space Bell pad is this new one. And what I will do after the live stream, I will upload this preset for you. So if you have Prisma installed already, if you have the Explorer bundle with BLUE-3 with bit 2, so at least then Explorer 9, you can use this preset, because what I use then in this preset is the BLUE-3, bit 2, and BLUE-3 again with this tube. And then you have this very nice spacey sound. Isn't that fun, guys? Using 3 instruments together. I mean, it's, of course, if you use Prisma, it could be, if you're in the process of creating a song, it could be earlier that you need to audio record, because, yeah, it uses more CPU, because you use 3 plugins to play one sound. But if we would go to the manager, simply pick another one. You see here, sometimes here is Albino used with Go to X, pad number 1. There it uses the Albino 3 Legend, which also can be possible load in with Go to X. So let me play it. And you see 2 layers very often are enough to get a good sound. Isn't that nice? Very relaxing sound. Super pads, it's so cool to enjoy. And the fun part is, Prisma is also as a standalone. So if you install Prisma on the PC, you get a desk icon. Of course, you need to go to the upper section to set your MIDI input and also your audio card. And on the Mac, the standalone version is in the application folders of Prisma. There you need to select it, and then you can place it, lock it to the dock Okay, so his move. Yeah, I see BLUE-2 again. And the cool sound is, in Prisma you have the multi-control page. And for the people who maybe just purchase BLUE-3, you also can install BLUE-2 and even the original BLUE-1 on your system. After you did install BLUE-3 and activate it, go to the download page of BLUE-3, scroll down, and you will find BLUE-2 and the BLUE installer. While installing, use your BLUE-3 serial, so your latest version, 3 number. And that makes that you also will have BLUE-2 on your system. So maybe you have only BLUE-3 and you think, oh, I want to have these Prisma patches with BLUE-2. No problem. And that's for all the instruments, by the way, that you can install the previous versions, which are, for instance, for a Predator 3, if you have Predator 3, in the download page, you can download the Predator 2 and the original Predator, but always use the Predator 3 serial during install. And of course, you always need to have Predator 3 installed and activated. So essentially, everything can be added for previous songs you created. So now and then we get the question in support or on the office email, oh, I made a song with Blue and I have BLUE-3, I cannot load it. Yeah, sure you can load it. You always can install. Okay, so his move, June Space Pad. So you see a lot of, and sometimes you see in the upper part, loading, please wait. That means that it needs to load in the plugin, of course, with the particular preset. So that takes a little bit more time compared a little bit with the sampler where it takes longer to go from one preset to another. So this Grease Space Bell pad, let's play it again. You can download. Okay, let's see the chat room. Maybe there is a question. If you have a question, we have, of course, this month the focus is on BLUE-3. We have some very interesting live streams. I would suggest look them back. The last ones, I think the very first one was very good from the 5th of June. Check it out because you would maybe discover some new things inside BLUE-3. And of course, Prisma is available for you. If you have BLUE-3, you can go to My Products and you can request it. And it's for free and it has some additional cool features for you. And even if you don't have all the plugins, you still can play it. So if it uses then, for instance, only if you only have them BLUE-3, but you can install them BLUE-2 and use many of the presets in Prisma. So this one uses BLUE-3 and Bit2 flutes in Galaxy Pad. So let's play it. I don't know what it was again, so just play it. Yeah, isn't that a nice sound? Okay. Some other news. Yeah, we had sent a newsletter for the ones which are on PC, but because maybe some will recall that last live stream I had a problem with my preset banks. And what happened is in one of the last versions or the previous version of BLUE-3, the wrong banks popped in. Not all of them are wrong, of course, but there were too many presets, also presets which would, for instance, be an artist name which came over from the original Blue bank. And in the newsletter, we describe how you can fix that. But the only way you can detect this is if you go to the bank manager. The first one should be 00 introduction. If you see 3 zeros introduction bank, then this is not okay. Then please check the advice what we give in the newsletter. I will link the newsletter also in the description box after the live stream. And otherwise, create a support ticket and we can help out. But essentially, all you need to do is back up your presets if you created your own presets, and then empty the bank folder and run the installer again, and everything should be fixed again. Sorry for this thing. It's only on the PC. It did not happen on the Mac. And the Mac, everything is fine. So again, you can check that on PC if your bank manager shows, or here in your list here in the bank list, instead of starting with 00 introduction, if it starts with 30 introduction, so 000 introduction bank with only 2 presets, then something is not okay. Yeah, we're working on Synfax. Okay, will be compatible. We're working on that, but we had because RAW 2 also needs to be added. Synfax and RAW 2 indeed will be added to Prisma very soon. Hopefully at the end of July we are ready with that, and maybe already we'll have also the new synthesizer available inside Prisma. Isn't that cool? And that's also my news also for today. This will be the last live stream. Now, of course, in June, but then there is a little summer break for me, and I will be back after half of July. So the 17th of July, I will be back for another live stream, and then we're looking forward because a few days later we will release our new synthesizer. And that one is very cool. I promise you, you will love it. Has some different sounds compared to RAW 2, Predator, whatever. So it's a nice addition to our plugins. And it will be part at no cost of the Explorer 10. So maybe the idea to upgrade to Explorer 10 because it gets a new cool synthesizer. Yeah, Browns, yeah. But we have a little summer break hat. Summer break. Yeah, we break the summer. Yeah, summer is hard to break, but we try to break it. Yeah, so this this Thursday, today it's the 19th of June. It's the last one before the summer break, and I will hope to see you back, guys, at the 17th of July. Then I will be back driving you crazy in the live stream, making sounds and noises. Okay, let's go back to our BLUE-3. We were playing, you see, if you go down here, we have all the cool sounds. Klangwelt was one of the later ones which was added. Yeah, many nice sounds. B-Roy design that was. So much. So many cool sounds. That's what I mentioned also last time, of course. These sounds are a great starting point. this one, the Maou Sunset had, this is the original BLUE-1, the first Blue. It's also a great example what makes Blue different from all the traditional FM synthesis, that you can also modulate the modulating oscillator, that it has a pitch envelope. It's this one. If I press bypass, you hear without the envelope, pitch envelope. Hear the difference? Adds a little snapping to it. It's a multi-envelope. This one, it's very fast. So it really makes this little punchy sound to it. And this preset then is nice, because now this preset in the latest version of BLUE-2 or BLUE-3, it can use, and therefore it's called Maui Femme soundset. It uses a female choir sound. So if I shut down, and that's also what I told the last few live streams. If you shut off things, you run into interesting auto sounds. So maybe I shut that down. Maybe this is cool. Why not? So I simply shut down the oscillator which has the output. So instead of this, you have this. And maybe that one is cool in your track. So the presets, even if you are not deep into synthesis, the presets of BLUE-3 are a great starting point. And here you see even more variation with a different Fox. But that one kicks in so now and then. And that one is also maybe nice. Even better than the other one. Now with oscillator 5. So you see how cool BLUE-3 can be without going deep. Simply shut one of the oscillators off and be happy in June. Okay. Let me see the chat room if there's maybe any questions by you guys. Don't you want me, baby? Oh, that's from, yeah. They used a lot of Prophet 5. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. Okay. Let's take another one, because these are the R-Bank 3. I'm in R-Bank 3. You see many. Oh. It's a bit like a Kraftwerk, but I'm going. And the ARP, you see a little dot here, means that the ARP is active. Just fun. So now switch off this Vox. Interesting. So that's the trick. So using the up arp, and the arp has the chord mode. That's maybe an interesting story, because if you can see here, if I move the little background info, you see a virus B. And at that time, I asked the guys from Access, because I created many presets for the Access virus. Some might know that. And every preset which has the initials RP from Rob Papen inside of it are created by me. And I asked them to have also a chord mode in the arpeggiator, because I did these kind of things that it triggers the notes. Instead of playing them in an arpeggiator mode, I use the saw down tempo based as a way to create the triggered sounds. And I said, yeah, what you want to do with chord mode? I mean, yeah, I can figure that they maybe thought, yeah, that will be a little bit of CPU intensive, but with chord mode, of course, you need to have a rhythm. So what they did then, they added the chord mode and added then also rhythms to the arpeggiator, and then you could use the chord mode. So if you play the chord mode in your Access virus B or later on, and the ARP chord mode, then think about me. Rob did force that into the Access virus synthesizer, because it's cool to have the ARP chord mode. Here it is. So this is the traditional ARP. And this is the chord mode. So this is one of the yeah, so many cool sounds inside of it, isn't it? Yeah, Evangelist, of course. Yeah, he's the big master and had some great sound. I think if you go to the pads in Prisma or even in BLUE-3, there are many nice pads. So if you go to the Bank Manager, pads 2 or pad 3, not sure. Okay. Rob, do you want to play my song Berliner U Bahn? Yeah, it should be not a problem, but then you need to email me this, because I'm not sure if you can put in a link. DJTHProduction, you could put in a link maybe in the chat room, then we could play it. But I'm not sure if that is prohibited inside the live stream. Yeah, this is the huge drop strings. This is a pad which essentially combines a Jupiter pad, because originally strings are sometimes, this is the real strings. Misses a little bit of a and I combine that in BLUE-3 with C square 4 oscillators, which are a Jupiter 8 setup. So I programmed it as I would do it in a Jupiter 8. So Jupiter pad, together with real strings. I would play maybe from my own song. Yeah. So it has some great pads. Also combined with his epic move, XY move. Don't play too many notes with pads. Sometimes 3 notes is more than enough. Oh, that's a crazy one. Epic XY move. It's nice for a horror movie. It's such an amazing synthesizer. I mean, it does very different things to anything from the other Explorer 10 bundle. Yeah, and we had, of course, the diamond strings. And the funny thing is that I had a typo here because diamond strings, I switched the A and the E. It's die. Yeah, it's a Eidmond. Die? Nee, die. Doesn't matter, the sound is very typical. It's back there. It's this sound from an analog string machine from an Italian brand called CRB, diamond string. Of course, this is a sample, but this is dry. Very typical sound, very icy, but you can combine it, and that is cool. You can combine that one with saw strings made inside Blue. Here, change it. Really 70s style. Okay. Yeah, DJTHProduction sounds very retro. Yeah, I don't see a link in the chat room. Anyhow, so that's cool. Inside BLUE-3 we have synthesis, but also the built-in samples from some very rare machines, but also the Solina strings. I did sample myself from a friend who had a Solina strings. Oh no, this one is recreated, another Solina phase. That one is using the saw waveform. No, I mean the real Solina strings. Let me see. Oh, here's the Solina. This is the dry one. And the Solina strings at that time in the 70s, they used it because it was very expensive to hire orchestral, real violins and classic orchestra to do string sound. So they used the Solina strings, and in the very high end, it really sounds very realistic. And of course, you can have this one with the phaser. Or you say, combine the Solina and patch slow. This is essentially this Jupiter pad again. So listen. mellow Jupiter 8 type of program pad, and on top of that the Solina strings. So if you don't have a Jupiter 8, you don't have Solina strings, don't worry, just grab a BLUE-3 and you have a great pad sound. Yeah, or Solina and a small stone phaser. I'm not sure if I'm fully right with this preset, with the phaser. Maybe it's a bit too much stereo. But it's nice, so maybe not 100% the same. Yes, so this is in the Pats 03 bank. Syncar 8. Oh, that's also this. That sounds really like a emulator type of 70s, 80s, end of early 80s choir. Yeah, and lead sounds also inside of it. I mean, it's too ugly lead, too soul lead. Moogly. Let me try that one. Yeah, you see, it goes way beyond classic FM. So BLUE-3, what I mentioned in the last newsletter, is cross-fusion synthesis. It cross-fuses FM synthesis with sampling, phase distortion. Yeah, it's, in terms of synthesis, a very... even bottles are there. And I did blow them myself, this one. Always nice sound. So all these samples, except for some of the classic ones and choir ones, are all sampled by myself. So for instance, the strings you heard, they are purchased from EMU. So these huge Rob strings, and when I put off the synpad part, so if you only hear the strings, this is from the EMU library. I purchased this from the, which is very nice, classic. So let's play in a different key now. I'm just in A minor. So yeah, and I simply shut down the first oscillators because then it makes them more. This is of course very full with this. So picture that you stack a Jupiter 8 with the real strings. Adds a lot of more body. So picture somebody in a classic concert hall with a Jupiter 8, and the rest is playing their real violins. Pan flute. Combined with Fox as well. Very soft, and on top yeah guys, you can play for hours with a BLUE-3. Okay, clusters, and that's also a cool thing. Vantage Digi guitar. If you go to the main page, you see here a chord. There's a little dot popping up, which means that chord is used. And the cool thing is you can, 3 notes, you can tune them here. Change the velocity of it and the panning. So these are in the cluster banks. So that's, if you see this little dot, chord is active, and you can have it up to 8 notes. Keep in mind that the engine plays for you all the notes. So you see here is a little bit of strumming time. You can even make a tempo sync. But so you hit 1 note and it plays a chord for me. Makes a very different feel to the sound. Or you can have a MIDI time bass. Let me see if I have one. Tempo sync. Such a cool thing. Yeah, you could do a whole record with BLUE-3. At least I could do a whole record with BLUE-3 only if somebody would limit me down and say, oh, make a whole album with BLUE-3, no problem at all. Even drums are possible in this machine. So anyhow, guys, that's it for today, and also for live stream for my summer break. So I hope to see you guys back. Thanks for watching. Give it a thumbs up. Spread the word about the live streams. You always can watch it back. In YouTube, you have the tab. You have videos, live stream, and shorts. There you can watch it back. I will put the timestamps in tomorrow so that you can skip things. Check out the one from 5th of June. That's a very cool one. Of course, today it was more playing and instead of explaining things. And of course, I will upload the Prisma preset, which I created at the start of this live stream. Check your mail, Rob. Okay, let me see. Maybe could end with a song. So that will be cool. Oh, doesn't pop in this one. The wrong email address. Give me a second. I need to go to the other computer. In the meantime, I play some music. And I grab this other email. Give me a second. Back again. And there is the music. Okay, so we're going out today with music from DJTHProduction, which is in the chat room. And it's on YouTube, so we can play it from YouTube. Let's see if that works out. That will be interesting. Okay, I need to move down the screen a little bit so that you can see it. And I'll put the link from the song also in the description box so that you can play it back. So let's play it here, Berliner U Bahn, 2nd edition. Let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger. Oops, that's too big. And then we go out today with DJTHProductions. Mostly likely I butcher that, but here it comes. Thanks for watching, guys, and we catch up 17th of July. Yeah, cool. Thanks for sending it in. And okay, let's see if I can pop up again here so that I can see the chat room, because it's I need to move the screens. Well, thanks, and we catch up the 17th, guys. 17th of July, I will be back with another live stream, and most likely I will play for you the new synthesizer, which will be released a few days later on. Thanks for watching, give it a thumbs up, and see you later.